Hello there, and welcome to what is essentially FTL 2, or as you can see on screen, FTL Multiverse, with me, Daniel from Dan Has Fun. FTL went down pretty well on the channel when we did it about a year or so ago, around festive December, January time. So I thought we'd bring back what is, not the sequel, but almost feels like it. It's as close as we're probably ever going to get. I'm going to put a link in the description for how to get the Multiverse mod installed. Doesn't cost you anything. The group that have worked on it, thank you very much. It is excellent. And rather than do a bit too much waffle, let's get into it and we'll talk through the game as we go. If you played FTL, or even FTL's Advanced Edition, you're going to know the crux of this pretty comprehensively. But we'll go over the difference as we go. So, I must confess, I downloaded this maybe 9 or 10 months before this recording is happening. Primarily because I just chipped away at it just a little bit, like a game every month or two, just to unlock a few extra ships. So there are a whopping 17 pages of ships, and a lot of them have type Bs and Cs as well. Comparing that to base FTL, where you can fit basically everything on one page. Pretty wild. And just some really cool looking ships. In terms of ships to pick, there are a lot. We could pick a classic ship that was in the base game. But what I thought I would do is pick a ship based on a race that well, if you've only played base FTL, you will never seen before. So I'm going to pick this one, the Gathering Cruiser. The Orchids might have pacifist tendencies, but their warships are masterfully crafted and well armed. You're going to be like, what's an Orchid? Those little fellas on the left there. Also, I don't know where else to put my face when playing FTL. It's going to be in the way regardless. We'll do our best. Before I get into it, by the way, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help. I'm a small YouTuber. Don't get a lot of views. Don't get a lot of attention. The algorithm hates people like me. So it would be greatly appreciated if you do stick around. It's something crazy, like 95% of people show up as like new people, and then maybe 1 in 10 of them is subscribed afterwards. Pretty low hit rate, so do appreciate it. But now that the plug's out of the way, let's talk about this ship, the Asparagles, the Herculean asparagus. We have 3 crew members. We have a rock. You're going to know what they are if you played base FTL. They're pretty much identical to their FTL original buddies, they just have a bit more health. These 2, though, are Orchid Florals. Natively known as I can't pronounce that, are a friendly species of mostly pacifist plants which can buff your crew and refill oxygen. So yes, they refill oxygen in a room, assuming you've got an O2 system. This ship does. There are certainly some that do not. Maybe we'll play them in the future. If you do have any suggestions for what ships you might want to see, please do comment. That would be appreciated. Also be aware, this is not going to be like a professional guide to playing. I have had no spoilers. I haven't even seen a video about Multiverse for like a year plus, and honestly it was watching a video from Spearmints that made me think, hey, maybe I should get this mod in the first place. So doubt you're watching, but I appreciate it. Orchids, they take 75% more damage from fire, so you can see the synergy with a rock crew straight away, but they take less suffocation damage, so no oxygen in the room's not as bad for them, plus they can produce oxygen. They give friendly crew in the same room a buff to pretty much everything. So they are completely rank average in terms of combat strength, but they make other units in the same room as them better. So they're fractionally above average, but again, you don't want to put flowers and orchids into fire. They're going to have a real bad time. Weapons-wise, a couple of weapons that are not in the base game. The Chain Heavy, it's... just having read about it, this feels okay as like a supplemental weapon, but given it's going to be our main one for a bit, kinda stinks. So what does it do? It fires 1 shot every 13 seconds, but that timer gets shorter and shorter until it gets to a cap of 4 seconds. It does 1 damage. If it hits a shield, 2 damage if it hits something like a hull or a system. Again, I mean, it only uses 1 power, so there's that going for it, but I'm not enamored with it. It's fine. It's not terrible, but it's fine. This is really cool, though. So we have the Charge Kernel. Modified Kernel launcher that shoots up to 2 shots. Kernel, a missile, but one that's grown by the Orchids. So we can fire up to twice using the same missile. They only do 1 each, but missiles, you know, go around all the shielding that a ship typically has. This has a 35% chance for ammo replication. So it fires using a missile, 35% chance you get it back. Apparently the word percent is going to be our problem today. But it also has an augmentation, the kernel greenhouse. A small onboard greenhouse for growing kernel ammo gives a 65% chance to not use ammo when a missile-consuming weapon is fired. I don't know if that stacks, because theoretically if it does, it means the charged kernel will never use a missile. I don't know, we're going to find out, because we're clearly going to have to use this weapon pretty comprehensively. We don't have any other augmentations, so we're not going to see things coming, really, which is a shame, but that's a really good augmentation when you can see the map pretty much ready, you know, ahead, ready to go. Other things to note about this ship, we only start with 5 reactor power, which I think is like one of the, if not the lowest in this game. We have a regular layer of shields, engine, oxygen, 2 power in our weapons, the bare minimum to get these to work, and then your standard med bay, piloting, sensors, and doors. This is going to be a reasonably tricky start, I think. We're going to see on normal difficulty. Given that this is the first multiverse run on the channel, I'm probably going to go through things at a little bit slower, more sedate pace, but hopefully you do enjoy. Let's start. Let's go with our mission. Now, we get to choose difficulty even beyond the standard difficulties. We're just going to leave it on the mode we have right now, which is standard. I'm not a professional at this, and the first time that you do play this, especially if you haven't played FTL at all, please select this option. It'll make your life so much easier. I wonder if my head's better in the top right corner. No, the only thing you don't see behind me is the doors. So you can still see piloting, you can still see sensors, you can still see doors. If it annoys me, I'll move myself. But yes, proceed with our mission. So we're going to start off in the Federation Multiverse Drop Point. It's friendly, kind of. Rebel threat level is medium, it's a neutral fleet. You're about to arrive at the nearest Federation warp bay, a structure acting as a beacon for travelling between universes. Exit. Ooh, the hangar operator hails us. He said he's got a gift for us. This is because I played a run before this where we won, so we're going to accept this gift. And it says, from nowhere you hear a voice speaking to you. The boon of insectoids. Your Mantis crew gain 20% extra range damage. That's not very helpful for us. We don't have a Mantis. But, you know, it's there. So, we get to pick something else before we leave. So we can get a weapon. We can get another crew member. It's always a human. Always a regular human. We can get some extra resources, or you can just say, nah, it's fine. I think that just means you get like an extra jump before you have to get to the next sector. I almost never pick that. Almost never pick the extra resources too, although there's definitely some good ideas for that. In this case, I think we're going to go weapon. We don't need a LATO launcher, we already have a missile launcher. I don't really care for the simple ion, we're just going to get a basic laser. It's also so we can sell it later. We will do something aboard the ship. We can only do one thing, run a salvage mission. You might be able to salvage any space chunk in the nearby enemy. Any enemy? Well, maybe we can salvage their chunks too, but no, in the nearby area. Let's survey it. We can only do it once per sector, and we got some stuff. Not a ton, but better than a kick in the face. Regular layout. I think I'm going to move myself to the top right corner. How does that look? If I'm in the way again, I'll just move, but that's fine. So, on our ship, do we like where our guys are? I'm going to say that's fine, so let's save their positions. We have such an embarrassing lack of reactor power at the start of this, we're going to have a hard time even running 2 weapons. I might get a reactor bar from the get-go. So yeah, this all looks the same if you played FTL before. This box up here, the storage menu, is very much different. There's a lot of things we'll talk about as we go. I don't want to do it all in one go, because we'll be here forever. And this is our sector. I have not installed any other mods to go with Multiverse, by the way. They just have this very nice effect, so you can see how many jumps you have before you're going to get wrecked by the pursuing fleet. I'm glad I didn't initially just get a reactor power. We're going to go here to this CURA. A strange signal is being broadcast here. Whatever could it be? As soon as you arrive, you spot an unusually advanced auto ship waiting for you. Initializing scans. Please wait. The bright white glow envelops your ship and your firewall crumbles almost immediately as the ship siphons all of the data on your computers. Concerning, yes, but the ship doesn't show signs of hostility yet. So again, ship on the right still, standard FTL fare. It does have these very helpful boxes on the side to tell you unique traits to said ship. Like we know, for example, it has no oxygen on board. We know that because it's an auto ship, but you can see that. Data collection complete. From my findings, you are a renegade. No need to confirm, I am certain of this fact. I am the custodial utilitarian robotic assistant. Cura for short. Assuage your fears. I am of malicious control no more. I offer you a proposition, one that may interest a simple and violent-minded individual such as yourself. Why, I order, but fine, I'm listening. You don't want me to read all this, but the crux of it is that we help them find things for somebody called Mr. Wentworth, and will be rewarded. If we don't, he'll just get angry and leave. But we have to pay to get this, so we're going to bite the bullet and give him 30 scrap. Payment confirmed. I look forward to working with you in the future, Renegade. I will upload a list of available tasks to your atlas for you to view during your next hyperspeed session. Given how rubbish our ship is to start, we're probably not going to be super ambitious with that, but we'll see. Where do we want to go? We have a few supply beacons. I'll just give us stuff for free. There's a store under distress. We can't afford to buy anything, so I feel bad, but we're going to completely ignore you. And I think we're going to go up and then get the supply, go to the merchant because we might have some money by then, and then wrap back around. Sorry, whoever's in distress. I mean, it could be a trap too, so. Cool, we got 13 scrap. We were a bit too late. We can't do anything right now. See, we've already done a salvage mission. It'll be like, no, you can't do it again. So we're going to do nothing. Let's keep jumping. So each time, anybody that's not played FTL, each time we jump, the rebel fleet's going to catch us. It's rare to see an Argeon vessel with no weapon system, and this one was trying to stay away. I didn't get into this business looking for a fight. If you'll excuse me, I have places to be. So we could just attack them, but we're going to ask them if they need any help. They have 2 layers of shield. That's annoying. Funny you should ask. There's a checkpoint. If you could keep their eyes off of us, it'd be very grateful. We're going to say no and just report them. Because right now, we're the good guys. We're playing as good guys. And we get some scrap for it. Excellent. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of every text forever because we'll be playing this game for about 30 hours, but we'll go through the important ones. So we've gone to another supply piece, and there's not much left, but there is a Mantis ship, so let's attack him and show some combat as I can get my earphone out of the way. We can do some last-minute checkups, which you definitely could not do in the past. So we can spend 4 scrap to get a repair, we don't need it, or you can do some more scrap changing for missiles or drones, respectively. We're not going to do any of that. So, combat-wise, we don't have anything powered up. That's a great start. We have 15% dodge, but we don't need our oxygen as critically as most ships would, because we can produce some. So we're going to do that as an excuse to try and keep things powered up. Let's keep tabs on our missile number, because we need to see if the 65 and 35% on the charge kernel stack or not. I'm going to turn auto fire on, just for now, because I want the chain heavy to try and do its best to ramp up in speed. Although we should probably have to go for the weapons, and then I'm going to have the charge kernel go for shields. I just want to see if it uses up anything. They have a crew teleporter, so they're going to put a Mantis here. Cool, where are you going? Guess we'll send our Rockman off to pursue very, very slowly. Okay, so that went to 11, so it looks like it does use it. That's terrible news for us. Good start. Good start. Getting our engines clattered. Our engines, our weapons clattered. And we can do very, very little about it. Be nice if we could dodge something. That would be great. If I move my pilot, we have no evasion at all. Get our charge kernel back on, aim for their weapons. That's annoying, but we'll deal with it afterwards. There's a breach, we're going to lose oxygen, but it's fine. In fact, we can turn that back on just for a minute. If they only have only one weapon on the go, we're fine. You can turn that back off temporarily. Turn that off. Just get the defense laser in for right now because it'll charge quicker. So it does seem that it might be percentages on top, because it did use one missile. At this point we should be okay. But it still stinks that we took, what, 6 hull damage on the first fight? That's terrible. And that was 100% not worth it. So we need to heal our Rockman, and as for our... Yeah, we can't even open our doors to spread this out. Yeah, as for our Orchid, let's go and get you to repair it, because you're going to pump out some oxygen of your own, so you'll take less damage. Oh, help if we turn our medbay on. Rockmen take forever to heal, because the healing does a set rate per second. And they just have more health. Come on. Come on. You can get those doors done. There you go. We are going to be pretty susceptible to boarding until we can afford level 2 doors. I think what we'll have to do immediately, though, is this. Just so we can get all 3 of these weapons on at once. Not ideal, but better than a kick in the face. I'm going to have nothing for this merchant, but it's fine. Yeah, because I'd like to go to the supply. This merchant's a bit different to the average shop, so it's definitely worth coming. Stranger, good to see you. Have some scrap on the house, and we have long-range scanners. We love it. We are not attacking this man. Look how many shields he has. Absolutely not. What do you have? Nothing I can afford. We would love to have gotten this elite heavy kernel, but we need to just attack for the time being. He has crystal weapons too. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool set of weapons I wish I could have. You can't sell this because it's locked. This is not worth a ton of money. So no matter what we did, we would not be able to get a good weapon here. It's fine. I'm still not upset that we improved our ship. It stinks. We need all the help we can get. Rebel ship. Who are you? You don't remember me? It is your arch nemesis, the infamous Beam Master. So this ship, you'll notice, it has this down chevron. Low-level threat. Only has a beam. Cannot do any damage to us at all, so we're going to not bother with the charge kernel. We're just going to do that and have auto-fire on. We cannot lose. The only way we could is if we intentionally turned our shields off, and why would I do that? It'd be nice if we could hit, though. The reason why I'm not bothering to wait to time these up is that the chain heavy's just going to get faster and faster. It makes no sense to. We'll just wait it out. They're going to be about the same timing now. There we go. Alright. Now he's toast. Hopefully I remember in editing to turn the volume of the soundtrack down, which is still excellent. There's some pretty good, soundtrack for FTL is cool as it is, but it's even better with some of the pieces they've added. But this volume is too loud. I can hear it very vividly. This isn't the last you've seen of me, Federation Scrum. It might not be, you never know. Oh, he's got an achievement. Fly Swatter. I'm guessing I've just beaten that person up enough times. Let's go check out the supply. Oh wow, we genuinely got some okay stuff. We've got 4 fuel. Still can't do anything aboard the ship, so that's fine. We have 44 scrap. We could go to the store again. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, we don't have... There's another augmentation that lets you go back to star systems you've already visited. Long-range scanners is not it. So if we were going to do that, we'd have to go there first. I'm going to say probably not. Slaver ship approaches. No, we're not going to... No. Pirates and slavers in general are going to not like the fact we're going to attack them right now, but we're not going to buy a slave from them. Absolutely not. Do we need our charge kernel? They're going to board us, so I'm going to say probably. We just won't have it on auto fire. We're just going to wait on this occasion, because this ship can hurt us. They have a bomb and a laser. What are you, a Zoltan? Mr. Rockman, you can handle a Zoltan. You have more than double his health. I think you'll be okay. That bomb's going to suck, but we'll have to deal with it. So now that we have... We're going to do that, and then that. And the charge kernel's ready to go as well. So what we should do, in fact, is not anything I was about to do. Do the charge kernel first. Perfect. Then you can just keep pounding on the weapons. Where did the bomb go? Oh, it missed. Excellent. I don't even think we need to have this... No, we don't have to power it. Just put the oxygen back on so you don't forget. I'm hoping they'll offer us something. Nope, they did not. We're just going to scrap them, I guess. Fine. I was hoping we get offered a crew member, but what are you going to do? Let's get back to the med bay, Mr. Rockman, who's going to eventually heal. I do like the healing animation. It's such a small, trivial thing, but I like it. And jump. So we're not going to jump to the exit yet. We want to get a few more beacons out of this before we have to escape. Rushing to the exit is typically a really poor idea. A blip on the communicator shows an incoming transmission from a Zoltan ship. He demands a prayer and offering, or else suffer his wrath. I'm just going to say no. He's just going to insult us and then move on. We don't have money to spare right now. There's a store. So, this is the death zone. So we can move here fine. Or we could go to the... No, let's go here. We don't really have anything that justify going to a store yet. We'll see. Do nothing. You have drones. What kind of drone are you? Combat drones. This ship can definitely hurt us. We should power up our charge kernel as a result. It's only a 1 power weapon, so if I throw a kernel on it now, we might be able to hit it with our defense laser before it gets the chance to do anything else. And then we can turn you back off. There we go. Okay, now we're safe. Unless we get really unlucky on the drone's rotation, because it can totally just bounce right next to itself and fire again. And we're going to aim for it just in case that happens. No, I think we're going to be okay here. Excellent. Alrighty, we're starting to make some progress. Baby steps. Probably turn the oxygen back on, though, eh? Turn that off like that. Yeah, so if we go to the store, we would then have to what's called dive at the exit, because the Rebel fleet will already be there. I'm going to say that's a bad idea, Skip, because we don't have a very strong ship right now. And we're ambushed. I think this happens at the end of Sector 1 every run when you're playing Multiverse. High-level threat. I don't think it's too terrible, but still we're not gonna run any risk. We have a standard laser beam combo, but they are giving a human soldier the chance to attack us. Human soldiers are excellent. They take less damage in battle, they deal out more damage, and they learn things really quickly. And they're going to go into piloting, so I guess we'll go and try and 2-on-1, because otherwise that Orchid will get wrecked. This time I'm going to wait and fire this twice. We took 1 damage because the beam didn't attack us right beforehand. Right before it able to get things going, but that's okay. We should be fine at this point. We're not going to fire our charge kernel unless we absolutely have to. Our Orchid is nearly dead, so let's run away. And our Rockman will just tidy up. Or not, because they ran away. I'm just going to heal you slightly while they can't attack us. We don't care if we have no evasion at the moment. You can come over as well. Cool. We successfully defeated the rebel ship. Now we have some time to do something else we're not going to. But we got a weapon. Light Laser Mark 2 is pretty good. Bit weird, but it's pretty good. You guys move back. I'll show you. So the Light Laser Mark 2 needs 2 power, so we can't really afford to run it unless we want to really rejig everything. It takes 2.2 seconds to charge. Gets an inherent accuracy bonus, but it doesn't do any system damage. So it's really, really good at taking shields down, but it's not particularly great at doing anything else. Still very, very helpful if you didn't have a kernel weapon. This is not as critical for us as it would be for a lot of ships, but it's still very helpful. Next sector. So, exact same map style as base FTL, just with a lot of different sector variety. So you can go to Liberated Sector, or we can go to the Union Rimworlds. The map's pretty even across the board, so I think we're going to go to the Union Rimworlds because it is friendly, relatively speaking. Cool, so now there's a lot of things going on. So, I don't know if we're going to be allowed to do both of these, we'll see. We're going to click this one first, so we have a choice of tasks. We have a pretty rubbish ship, so we're going to pick an easy task. So, artifact name, Mr. Snugglebuggles. Not going to read all this, but what's important is he used to possess a stuffed animal. It's a kestrel. Retrieve it for me. Okay, sure. Oh, we can do both. Cool. So yeah, we get 1 fuel back. Hooray! So exciting. Union Control Sector. Dominant faction, the Galactic Union. Rebel threat, medium to low. The Galactic Union is widely mocked for its name. Don't be fooled, it's far from galactic, though its leaders would like to make you think that it is. The Union is in an alliance with many various previously independent corporate states. While primarily populated by humans, the Union has become the sanctuary for many alien refugees during recent times. Cool. Every sector will have a guard of some kind. This is theirs, and I feel like I'm in the way here too. Oh, no matter where I go, I'm in the way. You know what? I'm just going to retreat to the bottom right corner because nobody cares what the doors are doing. There we go. You can even slightly see the doors if I do that. That works for me. We're going to contact the guard. Why not? And we're just going to say, hey, can we please have some nice things? And they're going to say no. Well, we tried. We didn't want to threaten them. We don't want to die. 101 scrap. Well, there's one thing I'm definitely going to do if we don't have a shop right next to us. We do have a shop right next to us. It's in a place where I can do a bit of looping, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and talk a little bit about our ship upgrades. You can view them. We're not going to have a lot. Cool. But more importantly, in this case, we can get an onboard lab. We'll talk about that later. Or we can do internal upgrades. We're going to do this. We're going to install an arm. And we have a choice of 4. You can only ever have 1 at a time. We're going to get the Scrap Gatherer. Increases scrap gain by 10%. We're going to eat 50 scrap now to try and get more scrap later. Our quest location is where? Okay, it's down here. I was about to say we don't know, but we do. It's just blends in horribly in the background. So we can do a little bit of a loop. Okay. If only the task was up here, but it's fine. So we can probably hit a couple of beacons, go here, then go down, and then back up. Sure. Sorry, Distress Beacon, we're going to have to ignore you because you're in a bad place. Oh, cool. Delayed by 2 jumps. Let's scavenge. Scavenge and salvage glued together. After diving much deeper into the system, you stumble across an inactive pirate ship. Scans didn't turn up before. This is dangerous. We're just going to scrap the hull. We don't have enough stuff to be risky. Like, if we lose a crew member right now, that stinks. Small, partially automated weapon factory lies in the distance. It's protected by a single militia ship. I'm pretty sure if we do this and attack them, that the Union will hate us, and we've barely started, so I'm going to ignore it. Wow, 2 absolutely rubbish jumps. If you end up having factions really dislike you, they will not trade with you, they'll be more hostile. We don't want to do any of that. As soon as you arrive, you notice huge billows of smoke. Don't worry about the fire, it's not a big deal. No, we're going to offer to help because we have a rock man. Oh, that's been ablaze for days. We've done all we can to suppress it with what we have, which isn't much. We have fireproof crew, so we're going to send the crew in. Don't send in. Send the orchids in to burn. No. We get scrap. And again, we can't salvage because we already have. So, shops have 3 screens, which is much better than the default FTL. We have a Colonel Mark II in here. It just takes a really long time. 16.5 seconds to send a missile out. We don't have that at the moment. Could go for a bomb. Nah, probably not, though. Okay, I don't think any of that's super exciting. We're not going to be buying crew right now. That's not worth it. There are some systems, man, we wish we'd get cloaking, but look, it's 170 scrap. It's been price buffed. So that's not happening. 3 augmentations, none of which are super exciting. Advanced ventilation is okay, but we have orchids, so it's not that important. Yeah, nothing on there super exciting. So what we might want to do, just because we can use something, we might just go for mind control. This is in my opinion, this is the holy trinity of auxiliary systems, by the way. So, hacking, cloaking, and mind control, absolutely perfect combination for the final battle, assuming we get there. You know, let's not count our chickens. This is the combo I almost always want, if I can get it. Some ships don't let you, because they'll start with things like, you know, drone control or a crew teleporter or whatever it is. This ship doesn't have any of those, so it could theoretically get all 3. I'm going to get mind control now, because we can afford it. And I don't think we're going to do anything else. Yeah, we can't. I was thinking about selling a weapon, but for now we shouldn't do that. What we should do is wait until we have 45 scrap and get another power bar for our weapons. Another store, Vampweed store. That's like a type of orchid. I don't think we're going to be visiting it, though. As you may guess, they're a bit less friendly than orchids. Yeah, we'll assist you. Where's your quest marker? That's a little bit annoying, isn't it? Luckily, we can go just about straight there. Okay, sure. Engage the rebels, you better believe it. What do you have? Teleporter and 2 lasers. We don't like the sound of that. We have almost no reactor power, which is going to be hilarious for this. That's still the best combo? Probably. So we're going to send our charge colonel out immediately to their shields. Regular human? Well, it's a rebel, but yes. Where are you going? Sensors? Why couldn't you come over to weapons? Rude. Turn this off. I'm going to turn my engines back on. We're going to mind control you so I don't have to engage you, but I'm going to leave my Rockman nearby for when you turn back. And as for you, you should go for the weapons first. Where are your weapons? Why? Okay, you're stood on them. That's why I couldn't see them. The defense laser will fire first. Fire. But they're going to hit us something fierce here. Oh, we only hit our doors. That's not too bad. We'll fix that afterwards. Yeah, they have a big fire going. We don't have to even go at that anymore. Okay, now they're fighting again. That's fine. There's a distinct possibility if I don't fire, they might just kick the bucket. Where are you going? Oh, the ship's running out of oxygen, that's why. That makes sense. But yeah, the ship's toast. 5 hull points repaired, and another shot. Buy a crystal. We're not going to. We're 1 scrap short, but that's fine. Try ion. Not a very accurate ion. I'm not a huge fan. Drones we can't do anything with. Nothing here super exciting either, is it? We're not getting really good shot stuff when we can afford it. I don't think we do any of that. We ignore the whole thing. We should probably turn our oxygen back on, though, so that our Rockman doesn't suffocate to death. You go repair the doors while we wait. You can open all the interior doors and that'll help spread the oxygen around a bit, but we're in no situation needing to do that right now. Can you go help him repair this a bit quicker? Nope, because by the time he got there, it was done. Classic rock, man. Oh, dear. Okay. Store mantis, that's suspicious. Mantis don't usually make stores, so that's probably a trap. Go on, we'll move in. Oh, intruders on board. And there's an ASB, so they're going to try and shoot at us too. And we're going to be terrible at dealing with that because we have only one engine power. Okay. So what we're going to do in this situation, I think, is open every door internally and externally. And we're going to run everybody over to the med bay. Like that. And we're going to turn this on. There you go. They can fight each other a little bit. And we are going to sit in place. It won't be for very long because we can't power up our FTL drive like this. In fact, they are so good at killing each other right now, I'm tempted to just run this orchid back. Yeah, we will, so we can keep our FTL counter going. Unless you're going to go straight for it. That sucks. Okay. I guess we're not doing that then. Go run back. Very quickly assault this guy. Close all the doors. This is going to hurt. We're going to get hit for 3 damage somewhere, unless it misses. Which, our evasion rate is hopeless, so probably not there. Right in the engines, too. The worst place it could have hit. Open some doors so we can spread out the oxygen that we do have. Come on, we can't charge our FTL drive if it hit our engines. We're going to stay there in case it hits us again. Come on. Come on. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about that. Much rather ignore it and then deal with it afterwards once we're not being hit by ASBs. Okay, let's go. Not great, but I mean, we're out. We still have 21 hit points. What do you have? Stuff that will hurt us, that is for sure. So we should probably get... Turn that off. Turn that off temporarily. Get your shields back up. You're going to have to aim for the weapon straight away. Thank goodness this charge kernel charges 1 missile so fast. We only took down the laser though, which is a shame. And it missed anyway, not that it matters. Please don't hit us. Oh, right in the engine again. Why do you keep hitting me in the engines? And one of my lasers missed. Cool. I'm going to stop doing that so I can put my oxygen back on. We should be fine at this point, it just stinks. We're going to spread this out though so I can try... Well, there must be enough oxygen in this place to spread this out enough. They're going to try and run away, but they're going to take forever to do that. Okay, there you go. Go fix that breach. There we go. Come on, Rockman, you can get there if you try. You technically have taken damage. Let's go heal you up while we wait. He's so slow. So slow. Are you fully healed? Cool. Close all the doors again. So 70 for another bar of shields, but we wouldn't be able to power it right now. Let's go deal with the task. So we have to remember, it's a kestrel. And probably try not to murder the child. Just asking to follow us, it's kind of weird. Kill the girl and take the plushie. No, we're just going to ask for the plushie. And she's like, okay, well, if you know which one it is. But we know it's a kestrel because the robot told us. And she's like, wow, you got it. Okay, you can have him. No, we have to go. You're going to tell us a really long story otherwise. So, no thank you. Yes, ever impatient. Do not worry too much. This does not disturb me. Funny to think I considered you privy to such information at all. We have enough to read. We don't need to read all the lore behind the robot as well. Reasonable scrap return, not bad. Asteroid field is a big nope when you only have 1 bar of shields. This will be 1, 2... Not ideal, but at least we have options now if we need a second bar shields. We'll also have to get another weapon going at some point, but let's keep plugging along. We did say the start was going to be a bit rough. A Union vessel, severely damaged from a huge hull breach, desperately hails you. They need to transfer crew over to a different ship. Because we have a rock crew, we have the option to let them aboard, but station your rock as extra security. Sure. They're super grateful, we got stuff. Cool. Some of these ships are so small and cute. That's like a barrel with rockets on the back. It's adorable. Get another reactor bar. And do we really? We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'd be same as what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would work. So we can go all the way up this path, but that's going to mean we're going to have to deal with asteroids. Not ideal. We're going to fight. They only have 1 bar of shield, so this is probably not going to be too bad. What we want to do is just turn on the light gun. It can't do any system damage, but it doesn't need to. All it needs to do is just keep shooting. Turn that on. They're gonna bomb. They're gonna board us, but where and with who? What are you? A phantom? So you can't choke these guys out with no oxygen. They don't breathe it. But they are sabotaging at super speed, so we need to have them not do that, preferably. Turn off the oxygen just for a second. I can mind control them long enough to get my Rockman over there, so that when he does turn back around, the Rockman will win in the fight. Easy peasy. Please don't ion our shields. Asteroids will hurt us. And that's very rude. Ow, and that laser will too. Oh, it's a lot of pain. Come on, man. Well, I guess we might as well turn the oxygen back on. They're trying to get away. And they're going to surrender, but we're going to say no. No, I don't think so. That might have been a poor decision because they might hit us, yeah, with the beam again, but it's the principle. And apparently it's the principle of our ship constantly missing. Come on! Are you kidding me? Son of a biscuit. Well, this isn't going very well, is it? Well, let's go power everything up. It is the one real downside of having a light weapon. You can't do any actual damage to the system. So things like the engines, you can't shoot them and wait. You know, wait for them to not get away. That's a bit of a disaster. Yeah, you're not damaged. The rock is, though. So you go quickly heal up. We desperately need reactor power. That's pretty apparent looking at our struggles. Once the Rockman has healed, we'll go back to having oxygen. Which will probably be very droll. Okay, get back into place so you can charge the FTL drive. This store is certainly a trap, but it's fine. Federation come to shut down. Refusal. Now that you mention it, sure. We had the choice probably of going to a shop there, but no, we're not going to. Yet again, we're going to get boarded. But they don't have a weapon to hurt us with, so that's okay. Again, though, we are going to mind control you, but this time we're going to put you somewhere where you start suffocating to death. Move the Rockman next door to the medbay, just in case you get any wise ideas. I think we're just going to go with our standard weapon combo here, because we don't even have to concentrate on weapons. We'll just let the chain heavy catch up. They've attracted their mantis, which is the correct decision. Guess we might as well turn our engine on if they're going to keep ioning us. There we go, that was... that might be the game taking pity on us. Yeah, it was a shop. Wow, the rare occasion where the mantis genuinely had a shop. And we blew it up, so we helped. Sorry, buddy. I miscounted too, didn't I? So I can do this, this, and then exit. Numbers are hard, guys. Fusing all hails. Well, what we're going to do is spend 4 scrap just to heal 1 hull point. What the heck? This is crazy shit for the space rats. They have 2 drones, a laser and a pike beam. And they're going to board us. What the heck is this ship all about? Okay. So we're going to have to do probably this combo if we can afford to power it up. Wow, our reactor stinks. If only we had a backup battery. We don't. So you're just going to be suppressing the shields, and then this charge kernel initially is just going to shoot down their weapon. And then we're going to switch this to a different weapon. A crystal and a human. That's not great. Which way are you going? Okay, the crystal didn't get a chance to freeze the room, so this will be okay. And we can mind control one of them as well, just so they leave and go over there. Go over there and suffocate. Thank you kindly. Okay, fire 1 more kernel, and then you're going to switch to chain heavy. Pistol went back, that's fine. Where are you going? I guess we'll send you both over there, but the Orchid's going to get there first. Just don't want them to break any of our systems. We're not getting through these shields, are we? Where are you planning on going? Oh, well, you can't even make it through yet. I don't think they're going to suffocate you. That's a vamp weed, so it gives the debuff equivalent of the Orchid's buff. So it's just a reverse. Yeah, you're not getting through, so we're going to change plan a bit. Charge kernel go after the shields, and then everything else will go after the weapons. I told you, the Light 2 just doesn't really work for us with our combo. It's a good weapon, but it doesn't really do what we need it to do. I'm going to have you run away. You're going to go heal before you kick the bucket. Well, you will in a minute anyway, once we can afford to power up the med bay. That's not a great deal, so I'm going to say no. There we go. Now we're fine. Oxygen and med bay, please. Yeah, our lack of reactor power is really, really causing some issues. I'm just going to get one now. We clearly need extra. Rockman, you should heal up too. I didn't even notice you were not at full health. Oopsie daisies. We're not doing very well. I feel like this has not been a very smooth start. Even by my standards, again, not an expert, but feel like I haven't quite optimized things as I should. Yeah, so now this is fine, then we can go to the exit. What you used to do previously in FTL is you would save up all your scrap until the start of the next sector, and then you see what shops there are. But there are now big, terrible things at the start of sectors, potentially, so you have to be really careful to do that. It's extremely rare to see a suzerain ship outside of the Mantis Hive, but even more so in Union territory. We should probably protect the Union. You're going to board us again, aren't you? Yeah. Do that for now. You went straight into our doors. That's not very nice. And it's a mantis, so I would rather not have to attack that straight on if I could. So turn the engines off just for a second. Mind control you. Yeah, you're a mantis suzerain too, so you're even stronger. 2 times combat damage. No, thank you. Absolutely not. They don't have anything really dangerous from a weapons perspective, but we are going to use our charge kernel just the once. Just to shoot down. Thank you. Wow, that didn't take your shields out? Really? That's pretty crazy. He didn't even take out one bar. Might have to turn the charge kernel back on. I can't believe it. Not sure if you can hear that in the background. Dog's going nuts again. It's been one of those days. Just super hyperactive today. Can you try taking the shields out, please? Thank you. And he's back. And he's remand control. Get out of here, crazy mantis. I don't want you. You're a regular mantis, at least, so you wouldn't be quite as dangerous, but that first mantis that came over would be absolute death for us. And the gun. That wasn't a huge amount, but luckily, ooh, we got a pinpoint. Escort ship took a lot more damage. Ah, their crew asphyxiated. Okay, well, not too bad. We got a pinpoint missile anyway. Or a beam. It's a beam. Don't know why I call it a missile. It distinctly is not a missile. Fully healed up. Excellent. Let's have a quick look at it. So the Dirk pinpoint. So this is a beam that only hits one room. But it does do 2 damage and doesn't cost a huge amount. So the pinpoint is a good weapon in combo with the Light Mark II. But again, it's not got massive synergy with everything else. Not super exciting. Probably not going to use it for right now. What we need to do is jump. And we're now at the end of the second beacon. We can explore, why not? Critically damaged civilian carry ships nearby. Life support is beyond non-functional and they won't live long. We don't have... This is dangerous, but go on. Okay, we just got lucky. We haven't had a really smooth start to the run, so I felt like we had to do something different. We're going to get a 4th weapon bar. We should probably get another reactor as well. Because now, in theory, we have enough potential to get all of our weapons on at the same time if we need to. And let's go to the next sector. We can go to the Coalition Frontier or the Vagabond region. Both kinda stink for us. But just to do something a bit different, let's go to the Coalition Frontier. What could possibly go wrong? We're actually going to go there next episode. So if you did enjoy the video, let me know. Give it the old like. Please do stick around. This should be pretty fun. And, yeah. Hopefully do check the mod out yourself if you have FTL. I'm playing it on the Steam version, but it doesn't have to be through Steam. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.